Well, welcome back to Mr. Obsolete's Vintage Homesteading. Today's exciting video is tree or forest management. We've got 5 types of trees on the property. We've got healthy trees, we have distressed trees, and the reason they're distressed is mainly from windstorms and freezing rainstorms, which have damaged a lot of the trees. A lot of them are leaning, a lot of them lost a lot of branches and never really recovered very well. And then we have diseased trees. We have an area where there's root rot prevalent quite a bit. And then we have dying trees and dead trees, so we only have about half a dozen of those. But anyway, this trail here has 2 purposes for it. One of them is we can come out and walk to keep our exercise up, and the other one we can ride our vintage dirt bikes on it too. So what we got going on today is trees that are leaning and hanging. And so these are small trees that you can see behind me off to the right here. There's 3 of them leaning. I'm going to take out because the root balls are starting to come up on them. And if you look straight back there, you'll see that one that's hanging down there. And last year it was up high enough that we could get by on the motorcycles, but it dropped down enough now that if we ride in the dirt bikes through there, it clunk us in the head. So anyway, I'll show you what tools we're going to use here. Okay, well, here's the tools we're going to be using today. First and foremost is Mr. Pooh, or Poulan Wild Thing. And I've been using this saw a fair amount in the videos lately because we're running Echo Red Armor 2-cycle oil in it. It's supposed to remove the carbon on the piston, so we're on our 3rd tank of fuel. When we get to 6, we're going to do the bore scope check on it and see. And one thing I've noticed with this oil, it's the cleanest burning oil I've ever used. And lots of professionals say it's better than all the rest of them too, so I'll find out as it goes on. But anyway, the other thing we're going to be using, my most used axe, my little Evansville small forest axe or boy's axe. And what we're going to do is we're going to branch this hanger here in a bit. And for the ones that I can't reach, I'll use my nippers. And then the other thing we use, this is one of the very few modern contrivances that I own. And this is a Logosol Smart Holder. And we'll show you how it works and stuff. It's really nice because fold it flat or put it back up and ready to go in less than a minute. And this part here has teeth on it on both sides, and it's adjustable so that you can use different size wood. You can squeeze in a 10-inch diameter log, but just barely. And even though it's a modern device, the idea is quite old. Farms that had a lot of trees and stuff where people heated with wood and stuff like that, they would make these out of poles of trees they'd cut down and old scrap metal from old farm equipment. The only thing is they weren't portable, so they would build them right next to the woodshed. So anyway, we'll get busy. Well, to start with, we're going to take out this leaner here. It's leaning way down. See, I don't have a whole lot of clearance here. So if I was out riding my vintage dirt bike, I'd hit it. Dropped about a foot since last year. So first thing I'm going to do is take the axe and take out the little pieces of wood growing out there, the little twigs and stuff, and come back with the nippers and cut the end off it. And then I'll get the chainsaw and come back and do an undercut and then drop it off. And then we'll put it in the Logosol and cut it up. So let's get started. Remember, when you're cutting, if you cut at a 45-degree angle, it cuts them right off. You hit them this way straight, it bounces back. This one, like this side here. You can see how efficient that is. This whole axe only weighs 1¼ pounds, and it's not even that sharp right now. I need to give it a spring tune-up. There we go. Looks like I don't need the nippers after all. So I'll come and cut this off, that off, at the end. The only nipper part I need is on the very tip. Okay, well, I'll be back when I got the saw running. Just like that. So that's how you do it. This just lifts up and locks. You just slide it over and drop. Put it in to set the teeth into it. Push down on it, push it into the teeth here to lock it in place. And it's nice and rigid. Quick and easy. be aware of what the tree is going to do, and hanging up in the other one here like I thought it would. Push it over here. Nope. I'm going to have to cut off some more branches. There we go. Well, we'll get set up again and drop some leaners. Okay, well, it's the next tree we're going to take out, this leaner. And just me moving it back and forth, I can see the roots starting to lift on it. So it definitely needs to come out. And then these two small ones here need to come out too. The same thing, the roots are exposed underneath the brush, and they're just junk trees anyway. So anyway, we'll get the saw going again and be right back. Well, I'm slowly getting my dropping skills down. This one came right in exactly where I wanted it. So the next thing I do is move these small ones out of the way, and I got to branch it and cut that up. So we'll be back in a bit. Okay, we'll get these branches off from here. Remember, that's only 1 1/4 pounds. Slice right through that, no problem. Nothing better than a high quality axe. I missed again. There we go. Got to hit it in the right place. Okay, well, I have to come back to the saw and cut it up. Coming out good. Okay, well, the tree has tension on it, so we'll cut this from the bottom up, and then we'll go over and cut the top out of it. Logosol them. Right. Push it down, locks it in place. Well, you can see that works good. You can see it started to bind up in the bark again. Cherry tree bark really is tough, tenacious stuff. And let the chain speed drop off a little bit too bit and try to gum it right up. Anyway, you can see that works really good. The trail's a lot nicer now. Come back and brush this out in early spring and burn it all, get rid of the junk, clean it up in here. I had a few people ask me why that after I'm through cutting I run the saw a bit. The reason I do that is to cool it down a little bit. I mean, it's fairly cold out today, but warm weather is a lot more important. But inside the cylinder, there's always places that are hotter than others. The hottest is around the exhaust port. So by running it like that, running the throttle back and forth, running a nice rich mixture in there, and the oil when it's hot flows away from hot spots, so when it cools down, oil will completely cover the cylinder and the rings. So just makes them last and last. A lot of people just don't do that, and it's a mistake not to. Anyway, we'll be back later with more Pickaroon. It's a lot quicker than picking one at a time up, isn't it? Work smart. Yeah, I just wanted to show you this face cut piece here. And it's one of the few times I did one 100% perfect. Didn't have to go in and clean it. Came out really good. The tree dropped right where we wanted it. Can't ask for more than that. Just wanted to show you how quick and easy this is to make it portable. This bar here on the side, there's a bolt that runs through here. There's a spring and a wing nut, so you loosen it up. Just pull that off. Swing that down. Same thing on this side. Ready to go?